Imagine walking into a home where the ceiling soars nearly 25 feet above your head. Natural light floods in from windows you can't even see from the floor, filling the room with this warm, cathedral-like glow. The air moves freely. The space feels enormous. And from the outside, it looks like a barn that got incredibly, impossibly cool. Here's the wild part. That design, blowing up on Pinterest, landing in the feeds of hundreds of thousands of people dreaming of their forever home, is not new, not even close. It's called the Monitor Barn style. Born in the cold, brutal winters of the American Central Plains over 150 years ago, farmers built it. Livestock lived inside it. And then, somewhere along the way, the world forgot about it. Until now. If you're seriously thinking about building your next home, or you spent months watching barndominium content trying to figure out which design actually wins, this video is for you. Because the Monitor Barn might be the one you didn't know you were looking for. In 2026, this design is making a comeback nobody saw coming. And once you see what it does to a space, you will never look at a standard roofline the same way again. Stay with me. We're going deep. The history, the architecture, the real living advantages, what the floor plans actually look like inside, and the honest cost numbers you won't find anywhere else. Let's go, where this design came from. To understand the Monitor Barn's comeback, you need to understand why it was built the way it was in the first place. In the 1800s, American farmers were solving a very specific problem. They needed massive structures to house livestock through brutal winters and store thousands of bales of hay. A regular barn wasn't cutting it. Low roof lines trapped heat and humidity. Animals got sick. Hay rotted. There was nowhere for foul air to escape. So farmers raised the center of the roof higher than the sides. That elevated section, running the full length of the ridge, became the monitor along its vertical walls. They cut clerestory windows. Hot air rose and escaped. Fresh air pulled in from below. The whole building breathed on its own. But the design had an effect nobody was calculating. It was beautiful. That step silhouette against a flat prairie sky became one of the most iconic shapes in American agricultural history. Multiple roof levels, strong horizontal lines, windows floating high on the wall. The Monitor Barn had a presence unlike anything else on the landscape. As farming industrialized in the 20th century, simpler roof lines took over. The Monitor Barn slowly disappeared. Not because it failed, but because it got overlooked in the rush toward mass production. But here's what nobody was paying attention to. Every single engineering advantage that made the Monitor Barn work in 1870 still works today. The physics didn't change. And that's exactly what the barndominium world figured out. Why the barndominium world rediscovered it. That search for something with real structural character, not just a trendy accent wall, is exactly what brought designers back to a 150-year-old solution. For the last decade, barndominiums have been accelerating fast. People figured out you could build a steel frame structure that looks like a barn on the outside and lives like a custom dream home on the inside. Faster to build, tougher than stick frame construction, and more affordable. The movement exploded across Texas, Oklahoma, Tennessee, and rural communities throughout the South and Midwest. But as barndominiums became popular, a new problem emerged. The standard gable roof was everywhere. Builders started hunting for something with real architectural drama, still authentic to the barndo spirit, but genuinely different on the skyline. That search for something different is exactly what brought designers back to a 150-year-old solution. The Monitor roof creates what designers call a volume stack. Your main living area, centered beneath the raised section, reaches a ceiling height of 24 to 25 feet at the ridge. The rooms on either side feel intentionally cozy by comparison. That contrast, soaring above, intimate beside, create a rhythm that is sophisticated and deeply satisfying to live in every single day. And those clerestory windows along the vertical walls of the raised section flood the interior with light from an angle that regular windows simply cannot match. Entering from above and to the side, casting long, sweeping beams that shift all day long. Interior designers call this borrowed light. The Monitor Barn is, structurally, a borrowed light machine. The real advantages. A lot of design trends are purely aesthetic, beautiful in photos, disappointing in real life. The Monitor Barn is genuinely different. Its advantages were engineered over generations of hard, practical use. Stop for a second, because before we get to the cost numbers, there are 4 advantages to this design that almost nobody talks about, and they're the reason people who build monitor barns almost never regret it. Passive ventilation. The raised center creates a stack effect. Warm air rises and exits through upper windows, while cooler air is drawn in from below. You can meaningfully reduce HVAC use during transitional seasons through passive airflow alone. Invented to solve a ventilation problem, it still does exactly that today. Natural light with full privacy. Those Clerestory windows sit 15 to 18 feet off the floor, flooding your living space with daylight, while making it impossible for anyone outside to see in. All the brightness of a wall of windows, none of the exposure. For open-plan living, this is nearly impossible to replicate with any other roof design. Architecture that furnishes itself. That soaring center ceiling becomes the focal point of your entire great room. The visual volume draws the eye upward and makes the space feel far larger than the square footage suggests. Interior designers love monitor barns because the architecture does the heavy lifting before a single piece of furniture is placed. Built to last. Steel framing and metal roofing give Monitor Barn Barndominiums a proven lifespan of 50 to 70 years with routine maintenance. The multi-pitch roof sheds water exceptionally well, with each slope providing a defined drainage path that reduces long-term structural damage from standing water. Floor plans. What the inside actually looks like. Now let's talk floor plans, because this is where the Monitor Barn goes from an architectural concept to a home you can actually live in. The most common Monitor Barn Barndominium footprint runs between 2,000 and 3,000 square feet, and the layout is built entirely around that dramatic center volume. In a standard 2,400 square foot layout, the great room sits directly under the raised monitor section, typically 30 feet wide and 40 feet long at the core. That's where your living area, kitchen, and dining all open together under that 24-foot ceiling. It feels enormous because it is on either side of that central volume. The roofline drops to the standard 9 to 10-foot wing sections. This is where your bedrooms go, 2 or 3 on one side, the primary suite on the other. That lower ceiling in the sleeping areas creates a cocooning effect, intimate and quiet, while the great room stays expansive and open. The most popular configuration right now: a 3-bedroom, 2-bath layout with an open-plan great room, a covered wraparound porch on 2 sides, and a dedicated workshop or garage bay attached to the back, all under one connected roofline. Some builders are adding a mezzanine loft in the monitor section, using that vertical height to create a home office, reading nook, or extra sleeping space directly above the great room. And because the Clerestory windows line both sides of the raised section, the loft gets natural light from above on both sides simultaneously. The floor plan flexibility is one of the real strengths of this design. The monitor section is your anchor. Everything else arranges itself around it. The real cost breakdown. All right, this is where we stop dreaming and start dealing in real numbers, because there's a lot of misleading information floating around the barndominium space. And the monitor style carries its own pricing layer on top of the standard build. So let's go line by line. The Monitor Premium. A monitor barn roof is more complex than a standard gable. More roof lines, more framing intersections, more flashing points, and windows installed at height. Depending on your region, expect to add 10 to 20% to roofing and framing costs versus a gable barndominium of the same size. Budget for this up front. Do not discover it mid-build. Shell and kit costs. Monitor-style shell packages start around $54,000 for smaller builds and reach $131,000 for configurations covering 2,000 to 2,700 square feet. That price covers the structural frame, metal siding, roofing, and shell only. Foundation, interior walls, mechanicals, and finish work are all additional. Foundation. A concrete slab runs $5 to $10 per square foot, or $10,000 to $20,000 for a 2,000 square foot footprint before any interior work begins. Full build cost. Standard finishes run $95 to $145 per square foot nationally. That is $190,000 to $290,000 on a 2,000 square foot home. Premium builds push $150 to $220. meaning $300,000 to $440,000 and beyond. Texas averages $85 to $130. California sits at $145 to $210. Critical note: the shell and frame can be as little as 30 to 40% of your total spend. Interior finishes alone can double or triple the base cost. Full honest budget for a 2,500 square foot Monitor Barn Barndominium at mid-range quality in 2026. Land and site prep: $20,000 to $75,000. Foundation: $15,000 to $25,000. Shell and framing: $60,000 to $120,000. Mechanical systems: $25,000 to $65,000. Interior finishes: $75,000 to $130,000. Permits and fees: $5,000 to $15,000. Total honest range: $200,000 to $430,000. Quotes well below that for a fully finished build deserve hard questions before you sign. Even with a Monitor Premium, a finished Monitor Barn Barndominium typically costs 10 to 30% less per square foot than a comparable traditionally built custom home. With a faster build timeline of 6 to 9 months and the long-term durability of steel behind it, why 2026 is the moment this design wins. Material costs have stabilized after years of post-pandemic volatility, down 4 to 8% from recent highs. Barndominium popularity has grown an estimated 35% since 2023. More experienced builders, more established plan options, and more reliable supply chains than at any point in this movement's history. The Monitor style is trending across every major design platform right now. A generation raised on architecture-forward content wants homes with real structural character, not a shiplap accent wall. The Monitor Barn delivers exactly that. Here's what puts the Monitor Barn in a category of its own. It doesn't just look different, it performs differently. The passive ventilation works. The borrowed light works. The volume stack works. These aren't design flourishes. They're engineering decisions that make your daily life better every single day you live in that house. And the timing has never been better to build one. Experienced crews who know this roofline are available. Kit manufacturers have dialed in their packages. The design is established enough that your contractor won't be figuring it out on your dime. This is the window. The Monitor Barn had its first era: functional, humble, built for survival. Its second era is happening right now: ambitious, refined, and built for a life that actually looks like what you imagined. The Monitor Barn didn't come back because it got lucky. It came back because it was right all along. A design born from necessity, perfected by generations, and now exactly what a new generation of home builders has been looking for without knowing what to call it. A home that looks intentional from the road. A home that lives with genuine purpose inside. And a home that costs less to build and outlasts nearly anything else in its price range. If you're seriously considering a barndominium build in 2026, and you want a design that earns its drama rather than just borrowing it, this is the one to look at. Now I want to hear from you. Drop it in the comments right now. Would you go with Monitor Barn, or would you stick with a standard gable? And if you've already started pricing one out, tell me your state. I want to see exactly where people are building these. If this video gave you something real to think about, hit subscribe. We publish honest deep dives on barndominium design, floor plans, and real cost breakdowns every single week. And if you want to see how the Monitor Barn compares to another design that is quietly taking over right now, that video is right here. I'll see you in there.